Hello. Oh,
Good morning.
Good evening, morning, night, wherever you're at.
Yes.
My name is Sarah.
And I'm Cindy.
And today we're going to talk about the disaster of Halloween that was whatever Meghan and Harry was trying to do.
Yeah.
So, let me get my eye. I know it's past Halloween, but I still can't get over them faking going on a Halloween, like going trick-or-treating with their kids, when
clearly it was not.
It wasn't them. The child looked edited.
Yeah, well, especially the little girl.
The little girl, she was edited. Some people were saying that the little boy, supposed to be Archie, was wearing masks.
Well,
was
now
supposed to be wearing like a skeleton mask.
The sugar that took the picture,
right?
Because this was all on Instagram. You know, one of her fans.
There's only 2 photos of.
Well, actually, it's the same photo.
Well,
if you look at it, they're exactly the same way. Just different clothes. Someone's edited different clothes on them.
And those awful fake pumpkins.
Yeah.
That they tried to put on. I'll put pictures of what we're talking about so you can see.
The first one, the one where they're walking along and Archie is wearing a black suit thing.
He's supposed to be a skeleton, which...
Yeah. So, basically, the person that took the picture said that was them. They live in Montecito. They know that that's them. And,
now, the guy looked like Harry. That could have genuinely been Harry. From the back, it looks like him.
Well, hold on a minute. The little boy is consistent with the little boy that they have been showing lately. The red hair, curly. It was a little darker. It was a little brown.
But your hair does change as you grow older, so his hair could be going from a red to a brown.
And it could be the lighting, that they're using to take the pictures. Obviously, it was staged.
Yeah.
On Meghan and Harry's part. You'll understand what I'm saying here in just a second. Okay. The picture is Archie's wearing black. They said he had a mask on, but I didn't see a mask.
I didn't see a mask, because the kid is kind of turned
a little
towards, what's supposed to be Harry. And so you can kind of see a bit of his face, and there's no mask on.
Yeah, and
there's
Harry,
no string or wire.
And the kind of dollar store suit that he had on, the little boy had on, number 1, it didn't look like Montecito. Number 2, there's no elastic around, like you said, and
unless it's glued to his face. And I don't know a single child,
that would,
even at his age, that would glue something to their face.
Maybe it might have been painted on, and that side of the face was just
not painted?
Off. Maybe they didn't have that part. But moving on to Harry. Harry's supposed to be holding Archie's hand. Harry, they're all from the back, of course. Nobody gets to see their faces.
Recently, that's her favorite shot behind, stalker shot from 6 feet behind. Look at me, very, very clearly fake paparazzi photos.
Exactly.
Because normal people don't take photos like that.
Yeah. So,
not even if I'm trying to take a picture of, you from afar,
Yeah, I mean, the person's going to move a little. It's going to look real, like you're actually walking.
Yeah.
But, so...
She's just not that good of an actress.
No. Harry's wearing, of course, kind of a that shirt that he always wears, that I guess olive green shirt,
Yeah.
and khakis. Dumbfounded look on his face. You could tell from the guy.
You can just see the idiocy.
Well, he slightly turned towards who's supposed to be Megan, and then Megan is holding Harry's hand on that side, or no, they're not. I don't think they're holding hands, but in this photo, but they're walking fairly close together, and Megan is wearing beige, plain, basic, hair down.
Both wearing baseball caps because they're trying to be secret, even though Halloween, everyone keeps commenting that Halloween is like the one time that they can go out and do whatever they want and be private and incognito, because like you could have worn a costume that had a mask on. It's completely normal for adults to dress up for Halloween.
Of course.
Especially with your kids. You could have all picked costumes that covered your faces, and those kids could have went trick-or-treating.
Well, just one of the costumes that people were talking about was like the Wizard of Oz. They all could have been a Wizard of Oz character.
Yeah.
But Lily Bet is, I don't know how to describe how she was
ascended to the next level of human being, and is so powerful. Probably possessed by the spirit of Diana.
Yeah.
To be able to levitate off of the ground.
Yeah. Now, what we mean is, like, up here. Sorry, I'm touching you. But her hand is up here around the back side of her.
She literally has her held up around this part.
Not around, like she's got her almost in a bear hug almost.
Yeah, if you've ever held a child before, that's not how you hold a child.
They're going to be kicking and screaming.
Well, even if you have never held a child before and then you hold a kid for the first time and it's awkward, that's still not how you're going to hold a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know any person I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's just odd,
It's also super uncomfortable for yourself.
Yeah. Now, my kids have slid down, and I've had them around underneath the arms, and just trying to get that other arm underneath them, but she's not.
Yeah.
She's not at all. She's just holding her with one arm.
Also, the kid's not moving.
No, the leg is dangling.
Again,
in an awkward way.
I mean, and if the kid was just free, just limp in her hands,
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. But the kid's head's not laying down. There would still be some sort of movement. Sorry if you can hear our cats.
Now, Lily is the only one that has a costume on, to me.
Like a proper costume.
She looks like she's wearing some kind of Pepto-Bismol pink. Maybe it's a princess dress.
Maybe. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I don't know. It's kind of awkward because it's covering her face, but it's not a coat. And so basically, they've taken this, and it's a video at first. Someone uploaded a video. They've cut the two films, or they've taken a still shot of this video, and then now it is there's another shot of they have the exact same pose. I mean, to the T. It's so weird that her foot is turned the exact same way. He's walking the exact same way with the same look, looking up at his dad, and everybody is in the exact same pose, but they're in the forest.
Yeah, walking through the forest with these big fake pumpkins.
Yeah, and
everywhere.
And you can tell that's staged, but
And see, if they wanted to have some sort of, or not Christmas, Halloween photo shoot. That's cool. People have done that.
Yeah.
It's not normal. But like,
I mean, she's trying to
don't
start
sit here
this.
and try to say like somebody else did that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have thought that she would have done something like that for her Instagram channel thing that she's trying to get going.
She can't start that up yet until she gets a name.
Yeah,
That's
but
not stolen.
yeah. And so the point of telling you exactly how they are, and you'll see in the pictures. It's another family.
It literally doesn't. It looks like them, but not them.
Megan has lost an extreme amount of weight.
Yeah.
And
which I have a theory about.
I'm sorry, I told you that her hair was down, but her hair was up in a bun, in a back bun. And Megan wears extensions. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no.
If I had the money, I would.
Her hair is thinner.
Yeah.
And so, thinner and much shorter than she likes to have it.
Exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
And she can afford to have the extensions taken in and out and stuff like that as well.
Well, I guess, this was a lazy day for her, which, I mean, it's holiday.
It's Halloween. You're walking around.
Yeah.
It's freezing cold. Their kids are not allowed to actually eat the candy, so they're just walking around.
Yeah.
Watching other kids get the candy.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why they even would take them out if they're not allowed to eat any of it. According to what their nannies and stuff said, they're not allowed to eat it. Their school, they're not allowed to have any sugar at all.
Yeah.
So it's a tiring, exhausted day. I have another thing about the costumes.
Okay.
Talk about. We'll circle back.
But so she wears extensions, and she has a very small bun when she is wearing her hair up, and she doesn't wear like a cute pony or anything like that. She wears it in like a little knot.
Yeah.
And it's very small. Well, this woman had, a lot of hair.
Fuller hair.
A lot fuller. And maybe she could have put her extensions in and fixed it that way. That's excusable.
It would be very uncomfortable, though, just because of the specific type of extensions that she wears.
Yeah, they're clip-ons, and they usually go in the back of the head and up in here. And you can see them if you have your hair pulled back.
Yeah, because of the positioning of where they put them. But maybe
she fixed that.
Or maybe she was wearing a wig, because she was also wearing a hat at the same time, so it would be able to hide.
Yeah.
So maybe she had a wig put in.
But her butt. She has no butt.
We forgot the butt.
Yeah. She has no butt.
Does she not think women don't pay attention to this?
Oh, girl, everybody knows your butt.
I'm sorry.
It's
not even, it's a woman thing.
Yeah.
It's a woman thing. We stare at each other's boobs and butts more than guys stare at women's boobs and butts.
I bet she's wearing an up bra or,
Yeah.
We know, she's wearing thongs. It's okay.
Or,
we know these things because
we pay attention.
Megan has no butt.
I don't either, so...
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, my booty is wide and flat. But
this woman had a more...
She had a
curve.
Yeah, she had a nice butt.
And with the amount of weight that she's losing so rapidly, we probably should have put a trigger warning in talking about weight.
Yeah. Yeah, and no offense to anybody that's skinny or heavy. As you can see, we're both different.
I just want to say, because she's losing weight so rapidly, it's, unless she has gotten work done, like a BBL done,
that's possible.
There's no way for her to look as slim as she is. Because it's not even just like slim in her stomach. Like, she's been working out, getting toned abs.
Well, no, because she doesn't work out.
She does Pilates for like 30 minutes a day. But the way your body loses weight, you lose the fat parts first.
And
so, like, your boobs, your butt, those parts you're gonna lose first.
Yeah. And this woman didn't have a saggy butt. She didn't have...
I love that we're just talking about a random woman's butt.
I know, but she put it out there because they were dressed like the royals. They went
as Meghan and Harry.
And which is clever. I mean, that is really clever. But nobody was coming up to them. No one was bothering them. And this wasn't an affluent neighborhood that they were in.
The fact that they could do that and fool the internet and have a lot of people genuinely believe that that's them just shows you how little people actually care. Because it's like, if I see a picture of Kim Kardashian, I don't like Kim Kardashian. I'm not a fan. I don't like her. But I could tell, oh, that's really Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
That's like her.
Yeah. And,
you know?
I mean...
So the fact that we can't even fully know if that's really her or not just shows you how little people actually care.
Yeah. Well, apparently, this is what's going around. Apparently, one of her sugars got a hold of the photograph, re-uploaded the other photo of them being in the forest because they didn't have, like, you know, a satchel or anything like that to get candy.
Yeah, they were. They didn't even have, like, the candy pails or anything like that. I can't remember what they're called.
I think the woman had a huge purse, but Meghan always carries a huge purse.
Yeah.
So that would have been a part of her costume. And yeah, I just think, I mean, it was a middle-class neighborhood. It wasn't an ugly neighborhood. It wasn't anything like that.
That's not what Montecito looks like.
It just, you know, they have a private drive. They have it's a gated community.
Yeah.
There's gates on pretty much on everyone's drive, and you know, I mean, they expected us to see Meghan and Harry just trick or treating like that. No way.
I'm sorry.
Number one, I don't think she would actually walk that far for her kids. Number two, she hasn't seen her kids in months.
Yeah.
Why, or at least weeks. Why would we expect her to take them trick-or-treating? I mean, for some, her children have to have a bath after every meal. They're not allowed to get dirty. They can't play with Play-Doh, paint, nothing that gets dirty. They are very, like, they have a 4-meal schedule, and, you know, they are... according to their reps, they follow this. You know,
pretty regular.
If they're on a regular diet like that, I could see them not wanting them to have candy. But why not have like a little Halloween party for them and show the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, or you know, something like that. Why take them out and let them watch other kids get candy?
Yeah.
Because
not every person is gonna have like apples or like gluten-free candy or whatever kind of candy she lets them have.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention the costumes because it kind of infuriates me if that is Meghan and Harry. Because, okay, look, there's nothing wrong with dollar store costumes. There's nothing wrong. I've had dollar store costumes before.
If that's what you can afford, that's what you got.
can afford, then that's what you've got. At least you got your kid a costume. But they're Meghan and Harry. They make millions of dollars for 30 seconds of work a day.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't do anything. They got paid millions of dollars from Netflix. And they can't afford to get their kids a cooler costume. If he wanted to be a skeleton, he could have, she could have gotten him something just a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like...
Well, I mean, there's really nice costumes, skeleton costumes and things like that.
the costumes looked super, super cheap.
Yeah.
And not even like oh, you're just gonna grow out of it anyway type of thing. It was like, oh, it's Halloween today, I gotta go buy you a costume.
Yeah.
Type of situation.
It looked like
put this outfit on, you're a skeleton type of deal.
Yeah. It didn't look like it was very well. And, you know, the difference between the little girl's costume and the little boy's costume was dramatic.
Yeah.
It was, like, hers was plushy and soft and cuddly, and his was really cheaply silky type nylon
Yeah,
material.
it was literally just like one of those nylon jumpsuits.
Yeah.
With the skeleton painted on the front.
Yeah, it was really nothing, but hers was very, well, it looks like everyone's saying it's a doll, so it looks like a doll, and it really does, because the leg hangs in an odd way that usually, unless her foot turns backwards, I don't understand why.
Yeah.
She's like that.
Unless she has, you know, she was going as like an exorcist child.
Yeah, maybe the photoshopping. Megan's not really good at photoshopping.
She doesn't know how to hire people who are.
Yeah. But that's our Halloween Megan story. Well, royal story.
Catherine, real quick, just to put that in there. The royals actually were not allowed to wear Halloween costumes. Just because of something, I think it was Queen Victoria. I think it's Queen.
Somewhere, yeah.
I think it's Queen Victoria. She didn't want them to look like indecent.
Yeah.
To the public. Makes sense because of appearances at the time. But Catherine was actually seen buying the kids' Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's any photos of other than them going to buy the costumes.
There probably will be, but
it'll be put out at a later date or something.
Or on her mom's channel, or on her sister. Because, like she said, royals aren't actually supposed to dress up.
But maybe they had like a private.
They always have like a Halloween party for their classes and stuff like that. And this Halloween was a little different in their house anyway, because George, I think it was today or yesterday, George took his test to get into the other school. What is it called?
There's Eton, and then there's, oh my god, I cannot remember.
Anyway, it's a private school that his dad went to, and he is going to go to, but you have to take a test in order to see if you qualify to get in, and what level you'll be. And usually that happens at 11. And he's turning 11 soon. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I think maybe they might have them have a costume or they had them have a costume that's not where you can see their faces.
Yeah.
So they probably actually did go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the future, like you open the door and like the future king of England is just there?
Yeah.
But you don't know.
Well, yeah.
Guess that'll teach you who's treating you right.
Be nice to everyone.
Be nice to everybody, because you never know.
Well, I mean, I learned something. It's off track, but Taylor Swift.
Right.
She gets into her concerts. She goes through the front door most of the time because she hides in vendor carts and porta potties. And they one of the vendor carts got knocked over and she got trapped in it not too long ago. But
oh my god!
But it was okay because they knew she was there and they helped her and all that. But it just goes to show you, you never know what's going on around you, so...
You never know. Taylor Swift might be in the porta potty.
But I was thinking about the Royals getting around and how Taylor Swift was doing that. Maybe
that's what they're doing.
Maybe that's how they get in and out. Meghan and Harry take their kids and put them in porta potties and stuff, and that's how they get them out of the plane. Maybe they're locked in the suitcases and.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, she says she's a great mother and she takes her kids everywhere and she loves her kids so much. So
but
maybe that's how they do it.
We haven't seen the children in years.
Yeah.
We haven't actually seen the children ever, except for the doll that we saw when they did that one weird interview.
And the doll that she was carrying when the harness was coming off her shoulder, like all of the weight was on one shoulder and the baby was just flopping around there.
I would like to see Meghan and Harry, it would put it in my head that, yeah, those children are real. If they would just do like one live event.
Yeah. With the children, the children speaking. I mean, I know
apparently they could say alligator at like newborn.
Yeah.
Came out of the womb singing.
That was supposed to be Archie's first word, alligator.
But his first word was also Diana.
Yeah. But also Daddy.
But also Daddy. If you've ever had a child or been around a child, like you know, you have kids or had kids, they always say mom first.
Well, most of my kids said Dada.
Really?
Dada, and then
the sound is the hardest.
It's easier for kids, I guess. They say Dada, Baba.
I thought it was mom.
A lot of kids will say Mama. I mean, if you only have a mom, you're gonna say Mama first.
True.
Yeah. That's why Nanny is easier to say than Grandma.
Nanny is no. No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Well, that's all.
I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
For this one.
Yeah.
We've got other videos coming.
Yes.
Soon. We're gonna be talking about Brittany next. There's a lot. And I'm probably even more opinionated on Brittany than I am on the Meghan situation. So if you ever heard us talk about Meghan,
yeah, I have a lot of feelings.
I have words.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings.
Not towards Brittany, towards the people around Brittany.
Well, I feel I have a lot of compassion for Brittany.
Yeah. I have a lot of respect for Brittany. So we will see you in another one.